So interest rates are high.
They are.
Right now. I mean, higher relatively speaking than the last couple of years. But I know there's some ways to combat that.
Yeah, one of the questions that a lot of my clients have been having lately is they've heard a lot about the 2-1 buy down, but it's never really explained for them. Could you tell us a little bit about how a 2-1 buy down works?
Yeah, sure. So temporary buy downs are an option that I think are great in today's market. There's a 3-2-1 buy down, a 2-1 buy down, and a 1-0 buy down. Essentially what that means, let's take a 2-1 buy down, for example, is you would lock in at today's interest rates. Let's say they're 8% for a 30-year fix.
Okay.
And for the first year, you're going to get a 2% interest rate reduction discount for that first year. And then it's going to adjust 1%. So you get a 1% reduction for the second year. And then on that third year, you would go back up to, in this case, the locked in interest rate at 8%. So it's a nice tool to give some relief, at least temporarily, while interest rates are high.
That's interesting. So if a client wanted to have the seller pay for that buy down, and let's just say, for example, they're buying a $400,000 home and it's at 8% interest, what would that cost the seller, or what kind of a contribution would the buyer need to get from the seller to pay for something like that to get it down to, say, 7.5%?
Essentially, the cost of the temporary buy downs is exactly the difference in interest savings that you're getting in the reduced interest rate over that amount of time. Basically, like, for example, you said a $400,000 loan. If you did a 2-1 buy down, the monthly savings that you're going to get between an 8% interest rate and a 6% interest rate is roughly about $530, $540 a month difference, which is nice. In the second year, when it goes up to 7%, right, it's going to be about a $240 a month difference.
Okay.
So you multiply that out times 12 months for the first year, times 12 months for the second year, and you get that cost. In that case, for a $400,000 loan on a 2-1 buy down, you're looking at about $9,500 that would be contributed by the seller.
Sounds like it could be a great option for a lot of people. Do you find that a lot of people are utilizing that kind of program?
Not as many as I would like. I do try to educate buyers right now, as I think that in today's market, it is a huge relief. And if it's able to be negotiated in the right situation with the seller, maybe you come in at a full price offer, but ask for these temporary buy down payments by the seller. Why not?